Hey, welcome to another episode of David Michael Woods Unfiltered. I put together this Trump compilation video, mixing up songs, different sayings, different speeches, different quotes. So if you love America and you love Donald Trump, and if you don't like Donald Trump, I hope you enjoy this video and watch it all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, share with a friend, give us a like. Thank you, and God bless.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying to chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Power and the money, money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour, everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. We've been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me?
Well, shut up, Patriot J, Benny Johnson, Big Bongino, Alex Jones, free my dogs and lock up the radical left's gone crazy. Adam Bell. jail, I don't bail, I won't see inside a cell. Shout out Thugger, free my slime, slat, YSL. They tryna lock me up, but I'm plugged in ATL. Got homies doing life in jail, they living in hell. These DAs acting silly, my mugshot is worth a billy. Sold some merchant, made a milli, shot McMillie out in Philly. Shot the baby, shot the Sosa, Benny Butcher, them my rollers. Called me racist, but these rappers riding with me, them my soldiers. Mega, I am not who they are after. I'm just in the way they want to get to you, but I won't let them. Cold-hearted, no I'm artist, getting back to where I started. I don't need to do the race, I'ma beat them RICO charges. And if I go to prison, you can't do me like the Clintons. I'll be laid up, eating steak with Secret Service, chilling, screaming, Orange Man bad. The whole world mad, thug life. Shout out all of my MAGA base shads. Coming for the deep state, I will stop the New World Order. But before that, I'll finish walls at the border. What?
AKA Big O. And I'm the host and the judge of today's rap battle between Trump the Don and my good friend Biden.
Hey Biden, I know what's on that laptop hiding. You can fool your voters, but half the country, they know you're lying. I'll never go to jail, the DA keep on trying. All the billions you supplying to Ukraine, people dying. You got blood on your hands, well your puppet masters do. They're coming after me, they should be coming after you. But we know the whole swamp is evil and that's the truth. You can go and ask Julian Assange for the proof. You said black people who don't vote for you are not black. You locked up tons in the 80s for some crack. A crisis at your border and of course you turned your back. What happened to forgiving college loans? Come on, Jack. You said you don't support gays a decade ago. Career politicians will say anything for your vote. At press conferences, you're reading what somebody else wrote. You're controlled by BlackRock and Vanguard like Trudeau. Your wife is not a doctor, but she says she is. Why, Joe? Hey, Joe, who wrote the '94 crime bill? Here's to the most famous president. 3 cheers, your daughter said you showered with her well into her teen years. You said Obama was the first well-groomed black man. You eulogize Robert Byrd, please give up the act, man. Messing with me, you messed up big time. Oh, I can't forget 10% to the big guy. Good luck, Joe. Good luck beating that creepy Joe, sleepy Joe. Can't wait to see what you got.
Hey, Trump, my legs and the kids, they would rub the hair, and Corn Pop was a bad dude. This is my wife, and this is my sister. Hey, how did I get here? What's going on? Ronald Trump. Who am I battling? If you're not black, then you don't vote for me. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Hey, Pop was a bad dude. Why'd you fight? Come on, man. This is my sister. Hey, how did I get here?
Well, Joe, that was pretty special. Let us know in the comments down below who you think won the rap battle.
Trump the Don, back at it again. This time in a country rap song. Shout out High Res. God bless the USA. Stop sending billions to Ukraine. Put America first for a change. When they fail, I'm the one that they blame. I only ran for president cause I had one thing on my mind: to make the country better than it's ever been. But you got Biden's lies. And if you love the country, then we're on the same side. I got that for America, I got American pride. They tried to kick me out the White House. Next year, that's my house. FAFO, around and find out. Trump 2024, all the communists, they will cry now. No more fake news selling lies now. CNN stands for the Clinton News Network. I'm the only president to leave with a lower net worth. Biden took office, oh boy, did it get worse. I guess that means that I was better than my successor. I only ran for president cause I had one thing on my mind: to make the country better than it's ever been. But you got Biden's lies. And if you love the country, then we're on the same side. I got that for America, I got American pride.
so Mac down, Mac on my chain. Me and you, we ain't the same on the game. Hey, Donald Trump is your president, and if you like it or not, keep the energy you had with Barack. Cause you know this Trump train don't stop. Tell Beto to please come try to take my Glock. You wanna impeach him? I guess that's what you do when you can't beat him. That need to dead that. And I'm coming through your hood in my red hat. And they say they looking for me, I say where? Cause it seem like they out high like some scared cats. You can tell the deep state that I said that. Cannons always on my shirt, they gon' be triggered when I wear that. I exposed all the fakes, now who next? Bryson do not tolerate no disrespect. We went to the White House, they said we got a check, but this truth might make you upset. Donald Trump is your president, if you like it or not. Keep that energy you had with Barack. Cause you know this Trump train don't stop. Tell Beto to please come try to take my Glock. You wanna impeach him? I guess that's what you do when you can't beat him. That need to dead that. And I'm coming through your hood in my red hat.
Obama, no tenemos negocio de piscina.
Sí.
Pasamos mucho trabajo, no había trabajo.
So pretty much during the time that Obama was president, he with his business, he went through a lot of hardship.
Y entonces cuando Trump todo cambió.
When Trump came in, everything changed financially.
Mucho trabajo.
Has issued his final list of presidential pardons and commutations. In all, there are 73 pardons and 70 sentences commuted. The most notable name is former campaign advisor Steve Bannon, who pleaded not guilty to defrauding donors in a We Build the Wall fundraiser. Other notable names on the list include rappers Lil Wayne and Kodak Black, and the former mayor of Detroit, Kwame Kilpatrick. President Trump's pardons do not include any members of his family or his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani.
They're done. Back at it again. This time in the countryside. Shout out Jason Aldean, Morgan Wallen, and Dana White. I could have just retired in peace. I could have been golfing with my niece. I could have been chilling on the beach. But I got too much love for the streets. Hey, let's make America great for every religion and race. Yeah, men don't have a vagina. The radical left works for China. All I ever wanted for the USA was a good economy for your family. Protect the southern border, make a place that's safe for your kids to go outside and play. Look at San Francisco, take a look at LA. Look at New York City, man, it just ain't the same. We all know the radical left is to blame for weaponizing your religion and race. Nancy, tell me how that house is so fancy, but you only make $100K a year. How'd that happen? Your husband Paul prancing in his panties, just dancing with his boyfriend in your mansion. That actually happened. These politicians pretend that they care, but only look out for themselves, it ain't fair. The economy is not what it was, but I'll die trying to wake her back up. All I ever wanted for the USA was a good economy for your family. Protect the southern border, make a place that's safe for your kids to go outside and play. Look at San Francisco, take a Trump the Don. Back at it again on a Christmas song. Shout out old Saint Nick, Santa Claus, Santa, the big guy. Not the big guy you're thinking about. Nasty Nancy, inside trading. San Fran is decaying. Homeless people pooping on the slide where kids are playing. Fentanyl and heroin and pedophiles praying. Start another foreign war and you're the one who's paying. All I want for Christmas is these politicians to put America before their foreign vested interests. No more communism, repeal Obamacare. Ain't no more Joe Biden always falling up the stairs. All I want for Christmas is cheap gas and some mean tweets. CNN goes out of business and MSNBC. If the government shut down, we'd probably have world peace. Until Until then, we're stuck with expensive milk and World War III. All I want for Christmas is Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and Joe Biden put in prison. All them already weaponizing their justice system. That's why no one that was on that island got convicted. All I want for Christmas is some cheaper gas, but that will require me time traveling to the past. All I want for Christmas is a safer border, and to destroy the Great Reset and New World Order. All I want for Christmas is cheap gas and some mean tweets. CNN goes out of business and MSNBC. If the government shut down, we'd probably have world peace. Until then, we're stuck with expensive milk and World War III. Shout out Elon, the chief nerd, Steve Bannon, Salty Cracker, Dumb, Toure, Conservative Idiot, Don Jr., and David Harris Jr., the juniors as I like to call them.
You can hear it start at dawn in New York Harbor, then move down the crowded highways to D.C. Across 1,000 farms and fields and forests, to the rivers and the hills of Tennessee. From the city streets and dusty roads of Texas, to the glowing sunset light and Monterey. Listen to the frosty winds in Fairbanks, or the gentle moonlight breeze at Kapalua Bay. There is music in the air across America. 200 years and still the tune is strong, pounding with the rhythm of a beating heart. And freedom is the song. And convictions, and to choose the kind of work we wish to do, to decide just where and how we live and worship, and to strive to make our wildest dreams come true. It's no wonder that this land is the envy of every other nation in the world. Just look what opportunity it offers. Every man and woman, every boy and girl, there is music in the air across America. 200 years and still the tune is strong, pounding with the rhythm of a beating heart. And freedom is the song. The song. Land of your arrival, or land of your birth, there's no other place you would rather be on earth. Land of your arrival, or land of your birth, there's no other place you would rather
away here, and he's going to talk here about New York City and quality of life issues they say that everyday Americans are dealing with. The Trump team tells us these union workers who are here to talk to the president are paying the price of failed economic policies currently in the country. So the president wants to talk with these people to gain their support. These are hardworking New Yorkers, okay, union members who have been working on this big construction site here in Midtown Manhattan near Trump Tower. And let's just take a listen to what the crowd's saying. So you can hear those chants, and then Brian and Ainsley, you guys can see the former president walking up and down here and shaking hands.
Guess that's how it goes. Always on the run with something on my mind. Like I'm going forward, but I'm still left behind. Oh, gotta let it go. Done with the waiting, nothing is changing. This ain't rehearsal, this is the real thing. Get you together, time's not for wasting. You know what time it is. This is real life, it's not a daydream, this is my life, won't let it break me, oh, it could get crazy, but let it happen to you, yeah, it's a journey that makes it beautiful, real life, no going back down, this is my life, and I won't back down, oh, it could get crazy, but let it happen to you, yeah, it's a journey that makes it beautiful, real life, oh, real life, oh, real life. Some days I'm a mess and some days I'm inside. Oh, that's just how you grow. Done with the waiting, nothing is changing. This ain't rehearsal, this is the real thing. Get you together, time's not for wasting. You know what time it is. This is real life, it's not a daydream, this is my life. Won't let it break me. Oh, it could get crazy, but let it happen to you. Yeah, it's a journey that makes it beautiful. Real life, no going back down. This is my life, and I won't back down. Oh, it could get crazy, but let it happen to you. Yeah, it's a journey that makes it beautiful. Real life, oh, real life, oh, real life, this is real life. Time is not for wasting. Get yourself together, live that real life. Real life, got a dream, chase it, better not waste it. This is real life. Real life, time is not for wasting. Get yourself together, live that real life. Real life, got a dream, chase it, better not waste it. This is real life. This is real life. It's not a daydream, this is my life. Won't let it break me. Oh, it could get crazy, but let it happen to you. Yeah, it's a journey that makes it beautiful. Real life, no going back down. This is my life, and I won't back down. Oh, it could get crazy, but let it happen to you. Yeah, it's a journey that makes it beautiful. Real life, oh, real life, oh, real life, yeah, it's a journey that makes it beautiful. This is real life.
How strong that team is, making his way into the building. One of the bigger mixed martial arts fans I know, President Donald Trump, taking his octagon side seat for UFC 295. We got two title fights coming up at UFC 295 here in a matter of moments, live from Madison Square Garden. And President Trump will be here to witness all of it. Four of the very best fighters in the world set to take their cracks at
we love you, and we love you. We all love you. And I especially love you, and it's great to be back.
Committee, the two things they didn't talk about, two things, was that the people went down there and you could have had over 1 million people. Problem.
Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe!
Cowardice. Are you serious? Apologies for freedom. I can't handle this. When freedom rings, answer the call. On your feet, stand up tall. Freedom's on our shoulders. USA! Enemies of freedom. Face the music. Come on, boys, take them down. President Donald Trump knows how to make America great. Deal from strength or get crushed every time. Over here, USA. Over there, USA. Freedom and liberty everywhere. Oh, say can you see it's not so easy, but we have to stand up tall and answer freedom's call. USA, 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 USA. We're the land of the free and the home of the brave. USA, USA. The stars and stripes are flying. Let's celebrate our freedom. Inspire proudly freedom to the world. Ameritude, USA. American pride, USA. It's attitude, it's who we are. Stand up tall. We're the red, white, and blue. Fiercely free, that's who. Our colors don't run, no siree. Over here, USA. Over there, USA. Freedom and liberty everywhere. USA. Oh, say can you see it's not so easy, but we have to stand up tall and answer freedom's call.
It's the pro-Israel supporters and the pro-Palestinian supporters started chanting this. So with that, let's bring in Mark Thiessen.
One has a sign saying F so and so, or I mean, it's not who we are.
Hey. 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 You know what they saying, ho?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah, Donald Trump is pretty fire.
Yeah.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Donald.
Come on, coordinate that shit. Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
Supporters in Manhattan, does that surprise you?
No, not at all. It's turning now. Trump's turn again.
What's your message to Joe Biden?
F you.
What's it?
Come on, get over here. We'll get a get in there.
Today there's things disappearing that I worked for all my life. I dread having to start again with just my children and my wife. I wanna thank some lucky stars for trying to bring our greatness back today. 'Cause the flag used to stand for freedom, and now they're trying to take that away. We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna set our country free from the destruction by the party, taking freedoms away from me. And I'll probably stand up next to Trump and support him here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt he'll fix this land. God bless Trump and the USA.
We will make America healthy. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. We will make America great again.
Today there's things disappearing that I worked for all my life. I dread having to start again with just my children and my wife. I wanna thank some lucky stars for trying to bring our greatness back today. 'Cause the flag used to stand for freedom, and now they're trying to take that away. We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna set our country free from the destruction by the party, taking freedoms away from me. And I'll probably stand up next to Trump and support him here today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt he'll fix this land. God bless Trump and the USA.
We will make America healthy. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. We will make America great again.
With the fine folks of Minnesota to the great peeps of Tennessee, along with the strong down in Texas,
From sea to shining sea, from the suffering Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA. Now we can bring back the American dream, and it's time we stand and say, we're gonna make America great again. We're gonna keep our country free, and we're going to help all those who fought to give that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to Trump and support him here today, 'cause there ain't no doubt he loves this land. God bless Trump and the USA. We're gonna make America great again, so that our country can stay free from the lies told by the media. They expect us to believe, and I'll gladly stand up next to Trump and support him here today, 'cause there ain't no doubt he loves this land. God bless Trump and the USA.
Broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. Nothing worth doing ever came easy. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. The future belongs to the people who follow their heart no matter what the critics say. We must always remember that we share one home and one glorious destiny. We all bleed the same red blood of patriots. We all salute the same great American flag. Our best days are yet to come. Each American generation passes the torch of truth, liberty, and justice in an unbroken chain all the way down to the present. That torch is now in our hands, and we will use it to light up the world. Today, I am keeping another promise by nominating Judge Neil Gorsuch. We love our police, we love our sheriffs, and we love our ICE officers. Together, we're going to restore safety to our streets and peace to our communities. And we're going to destroy the vile criminal cartel MS-13 and many other gangs.
We're going to get you back and operating immediately. Thank you. Your governor has done a fantastic job.
And I declare today for the world to hear that the West will never, ever be broken. Our values will prevail. Our people will thrive. And our civilization will triumph. We will defeat radical Islamic terrorism, and we will not allow it to take root in our country. We have created more than 2 million jobs since the election. Unemployment is at a 17-year low. The stock market is at an all-time high and hit yet another all-time high, the 85th time since my election. We have cut 22 regulations for every one new regulation, the most in the history of our country. We are going to be celebrating Merry Christmas again. $3.2 trillion in tax cuts for American families, including doubling the standard deduction and doubling the child tax credit. The typical family of four earning $75,000 will see an income tax cut of more than $2,000, the largest tax cut in the history of our country. We are a nation of pioneers and patriots, aviators and astronauts. We crave adventure and achievement, exploration and enlightenment. We gave birth to the modern world, and we will shape tomorrow's world with the strength and skill of American hands. Because for America, the sky is never the limit.
Dressed for it. Some just here for a cheer competition or in town or a weekend at the shore, but being greeted by a lot of Trump supporters who had come into town or live nearby. Now, New Jersey is not considered a swing state. It's traditionally pretty blue, but this particular county, Cape May County, went for Trump in 2020 by about the same margin President Biden won the state of New Jersey. This rally is also drawing from Pennsylvania, an important swing state. Again, we are awaiting at this point the former president to speak to this crowd. The rally started around 2 o'clock with some pre-show. He was expected to speak
to him. A disgrace.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes. So.
Are you concerned at all that he could be convicted on this or any of the other cases?
I don't know. I would love to see them put him in jail. I would love to see what would happen to give him more supporters, I think.
Make America great and glorious again. I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States. Are you getting ready? And I am too. I am too. Everything you can do all you want, but you know, you still need help from the boss. We need help from the boss. That's what happened. We need help. All right? Yeah, we need help. It's all right to say it. Now, they'll criticize me for that. How dare he say that? How dare he say that? No, I'll say it. I'll say it. I'll say it. Somebody said to me the other day, "You're the most famous person in the world by far." I said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." They said, "Yes, you are." I said, "No." They said, "Who's more famous?" I said, "Jesus Christ." I'm not taking any chances. I'm not going to have an argument. Hey, I'm not having any arguments. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to take any chances. I'll give it, I guarantee. And let me look up and I'll say, and it's not even close. You will stop the radical indoctrination of our students and restore patriotic education to our schools. Right? We will teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and always respect our great American flag. And we will live by the timeless words of our national motto, "In God we trust." And that won't be changed. They took the word God out of the Pledge of Allegiance, and they got absolutely decimated. They put it back. They said, no, we didn't mean, and then they took it out a couple of other times. That's the way they're going, but it's not going to happen. Not even going to come close. For years, you had a president who apologized for America. Now you have a president who is standing up for America and standing up for the great people of North Carolina. Tried, oh, have they tried, to centralize authority among the hands of a small few in our nation's capital. I see them all the time. Bureaucrats think they can run over your lives overrule your values, meddle in your faith, and tell you how to live, what to say, and where to pray. But we know that parents, not bureaucrats, know best how to raise their children and create a thriving society. And we know that families and churches, not government officials, know best how to create a strong and loving community. And above all else, we know this. In America, we don't worship government, we worship God. Religious liberty is enshrined in the very First Amendment in the Bill of Rights. The American founders invoked our Creator 4 times in the Declaration of Independence. Benjamin Franklin reminded his colleagues at the Constitutional Convention to begin by bowing their heads in prayer. I remind you that we're going to start saying Merry Christmas again. I want to speak to all of the people, see, you thought I forgot, in our faith community who are here with us tonight, veterans and non-veterans alike. You're never going to be forgotten. You'll never be forgotten. My administration will always support and defend your religious liberty. We don't want to see God forced out of the public square, driven out of our schools, or pushed out of our civic life. We want to see prayers before football games if they want to give prayers. We want all children to have the opportunity to know the blessings of God. We will not allow the government to censor sermons, to restrict the free speech of our pastors and our preachers and the people that we most respect. Like Robert. I just signed an executive order following, and this is something that makes me very happy and very proud, following through on my campaign pledge to stop the Johnson Amendment from interfering with your First Amendment rights.
Those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's
the
answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
Why you held on to the documents?
I was negotiating and we were talking to NARA.
Were used on it. But yeah, on the issues, it was kind of across the board, but on some of those we talked about, and we saw that in the survey too. You know, we had abortion and climate change. But certainly, I think thematically, not Trump definitely was from a personality standpoint, especially was something that was threaded through the whole group.
I want to show 2 more. The undecided voters were also asked how they think President Biden is doing on the economy. Take a listen.
I think he's been absolutely disastrous for the economy.
I agree. Raise your hand if you think President Trump's policies on the economy would be better for your family personally. Raise your hand. All right, so that is everybody. President Biden's record has been very good. He said President Trump's was not as good. What are you keying off of, Sean? Since you had the best smile in Virginia, the second best smile. What are you keying off of to say President Trump's economic policies would be better for you?
My past performance of my 401k. I know it was post 2020 and everything kind of flipped around, but you can't blame everything on 2020 for forever.
We have areas here in Pennsylvania where it's just at a standstill right now. Like things are supposed to be being built and the interest rates are just way too high for people to invest and start moving around.
President Biden be 1 year before Election Day?
Yeah, I think these polls, or this poll, I should say, of various battleground states by the New York Times and CNN, certainly getting a ton of attention, making a lot of Democrats uneasy, and I think for good reason here. Let's take a look. These are the 6 battleground states that we all sort of think will decide the 2024 election. And the Times polled all of them, and I mean, you can see in 5 of the 6, they have Donald Trump ahead, including by a double-digit margin in Nevada. The only one where Joe Biden leads Donald Trump currently, Wisconsin, by a slim 2-point margin right there. I think what makes this so striking, and I say is it could be a good reason for cause for concern for Democrats, is the Times and CNN also did a series of battleground state polls around this time in 2019, basically the fall between the before the 2020 election. And they matched Biden against Trump, and that polling was very good for Biden. He was leading in most of the battleground states. It became something that his campaign pushed as part of their message to Democratic primary voters of electability. And now, basically exactly 4 years later, the same polling outlet is again polling battleground states and consistently finding a different result.
And, Steve, where has the president lost ground since 4 years ago in terms of voting groups?
Yeah, so what's really interesting in this poll, and the write-up in the Times really gets to this, is they say they found, you remember in 2016 when Trump won the election, it was Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. Those were the 3 industrial states that he flipped and that were responsible for getting him into the White House. But where he's made the biggest gains, at least according to this polling, relative to the 2020 election, Nevada is the biggest, where he's got the double-digit lead. That was a Biden state in 2016 and 2020. Georgia, went for Biden's 6-point lead. What they're saying is younger voters, non-white voters, are showing more of a proclivity to back Trump and certainly more of an aversion to Biden than we've seen before. And how that manifests itself, just quickly, we could take a look here. The Road to 270 Electoral College map, we'll be using this a lot over the next year. But, set it back to where it finished in 2020. Keep in mind, since then, we've had reapportionment. Some states have gained electoral votes. Some states have lost. Michigan, for instance, has gone from 16 to 15. So when you factor all of that in, the same result from 2020 with the new reapportionment, Biden actually starts off with 3 fewer electoral college votes, Trump with 3 more. And those 3 states where he's shown the biggest improvement, Trump has, according to this polling, if he were to flip them, that's Georgia, that's Arizona, that's Nevada. You could see it would still put him short of 270. He'd be 268, Biden at 270. So even if he gets those 3, where he's made the biggest improvement, he still will need to win at least one of those Midwest states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, or Wisconsin.
And, Steve, before I let you go, you mentioned those changing demographics going for Trump. Is that why you think Biden is slightly ahead in Wisconsin, but barely?
Yeah, and it's the irony, because the big strength for Trump originally was that he was able to flip these 3 states. But Biden right now continues to lead in Wisconsin. Trump does in this polling have an advantage in Michigan and Pennsylvania, but Wisconsin in particular. But all 3 of those states have older populations. In Wisconsin in particular, not a lot of non-white voters in Wisconsin. And actually, if you say what's powering Trump right now to better numbers is surprising support from younger voters and non-white voters, that's actually a recipe to struggle a little bit in those upper Midwest states. And it's more of a recipe to help you in the Sun Belt and the Sun Belt extended.
Steve Kornacki, thank you so much.
Posted about you this week because he responded in response to you saying you'd vote for the Republican ticket. Wow, former AG Bill Barr, who let a lot of great people down by not investigating voter fraud in our country, has just endorsed me for president despite the fact that I called him weak, slow-moving, lethargic, gutless, and lazy. Based on the fact that I greatly appreciate his wholehearted endorsement, I am removing the word lethargic from my statement. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. It's classic Trump. What's the question?
Thank you. I want to thank my colleagues, Governor Burgum, Congressman Mills, and Congressman Donalds for laying out the political backdrop here. This is a politicized persecution that is nakedly apparent. What I want to do is dive a little bit deeper into what we actually learned today in that courtroom. What do we see in there? First of all, I learned a lot from being in there in person. It is one of the most depressing places I have been in my life, but it is fitting because the only thing more depressing than the environment of that courtroom is what's actually happening in there. It's straight out of a Kafka novel. The prosecution's main strategy appears to be to bore the jurors into submission. And if you look in that direction, sadly, it may appear to actually be working. Now, I would like for anybody here in the press, anybody at home, anybody at MSNBC or the media afterwards, to clearly state what exactly is the crime that Donald Trump committed. Oh, wait. We have not heard a good answer to that question. It has been vague until today. You heard Michael Cohen's testimony, after which I would say it is less clear than ever what that crime actually was. They'll say falsifying business records. Well, let's look at who did we learn falsified business records today? Yet, what, hour, 2 hours, felt like it could have been 7 hours, of Michael Cohen talking about how he falsified business records. Okay, so you have a guy who has been a perjurer in the past that is now saying he falsified business records. What is the crime that Donald Trump committed? Now, it appears to be what they might allege is some sort of bookkeeping error or whatever. The real bookkeeping that we need accounting of is Judge Merchan's own family member collecting millions of dollars as a Democratic operative, using the existence of this trial as a fundraising ploy for Democrats. This is unconscionable. Imagine if the same shoe fit the other foot. Imagine if it was Joe Biden that was on trial. You had a Republican judge whose son was collecting millions of dollars as a Republican operative. What would you all be saying? This would not be justice. This is injustice at its worst. So let's go even a layer deeper, right? Because let's go even a layer deeper, actually. The alleged crime here is supposedly, they try to point to this every day, that he does not actually use campaign funds, that he used personal funds. Well, let's get this straight. Suppose Donald Trump had used campaign funds to make a personal expense. They'd be going after him for that. So if they're going to get him going or they're going to get him coming, that is the best proof that this is a politicized sham. Let's go through it piece by piece. If you tell somebody to go buy you a suit and you want to look good on television because that'll affect the voters, the way voters vote for you, you know what? They prosecute politicians if they use campaign funds to buy a suit. If they say, go get a haircut, if you use campaign funds to get a haircut because you want to look good to the voters, they will actually prosecute you for using campaign funds for a personal expense. Yet the entire legal theory of this case, the whole case that Alvin Bragg has brought, depends on one premise for them to charge this as a felony, is that Donald Trump somehow should have used campaign funds to make an allegedly personal payment. Yet if he had done that, their case against him would be even stronger. This is garbage. That is the best proof that you have that if they're going to get him going or get him coming, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is a sham. This is not the United States of America. This is some third-rate banana republic. If this were happening in another country, we would be laughing at them as a sham democracy. I am ashamed as an American citizen to sit here in a courtroom watching the former leader of the free world, and let's be honest, likely next leader of the free world, sitting with the indignity in this dingy third-rate courtroom with fourth-rate prosecutors and a fifth-rate lawyer on the stand as a witness, who actually is violating attorney-client privilege left and right. Nobody's even talking about that. So this is a shame. Shame on the spirit in our country's history, but we will get through it and be stronger because you know who ultimately actually cast the vote on this case? It's not just the jurors in that jury box. It's every one of you at home. It's every American who votes this November to say no to the weaponization of justice. And if you're at home, you may say, you know what, I don't agree with everything Donald Trump's ever said. You know what, I may not agree with some of his policies even though they were great policies for 4 years. But you do agree, whether you are Democrat or Republican or black or white or gay or straight or man or woman, that our justice system should be blind to politics. That regardless of whether your last name is Biden or Trump, regardless of whether you've been a politician or not, you get a fair shake in our own legal system. And when you have a prosecutor who campaigned on the pledge of going after Trump and then keeps his campaign pledge, when you have a judge whose kids are collecting money from Democratic operatives by fundraising off the very trial that judge is presiding over, and then telling the U.S. president that he's subject to a gag order, that he can't talk about it, that is not justice. That is a bastardization of what this country was founded on. And I'm here, and all of us are here as friends of Donald Trump, supporting him in our personal capacity, sharing our opinions. That's why we're here today. But I hope every American at home who isn't able to be in that courtroom is able to see what's actually happening there. And when you do, we will have a landslide of historic proportion this November if every American understands the injustice that's playing out in that courtroom today. So may God bless our country. I pray for our future. And let's pray for our country being stronger on the other side of this disgusting sham politician prosecution. Doug, you want to close?
He's going on. Right? Like, it's past. It's past if you're divided politically. Even, you have to admit, even if you're like, I don't care, as long as it's not you know who. That was like a demonic, like the devil came out and just whoever, like, we're gonna make people hate Donald Trump, hate. Get him. I hate Donald Trump. He's a racist. He's a deadhead, white supremacist. He's an insurrectionist. They lynch people. Because I saw the news channels. I saw them saying, he's racist, he's sexist. You would just wake up to pee in the middle of the night. He hates Mexicans, and he says they're rapists, and he hates black people. And what? They had, remember the Women's March? We're gonna march! Oh, they knew what a woman was then.
York, Chicago, Seattle, and even right here in Durham, North Carolina. Radical left-wing activists are employing a new tactic to get people's attention, stopping traffic for hours by physically blocking roads, highways, and bridges. It's an obnoxious insult to hardworking Americans who need to get to work or return home to their families. And worst of all, it's dangerous, and it's eventually going to get people killed. These radical activists feel emboldened to keep staging these road closures because they know the punishments of big cities will be weak or non-existent. They need to stop getting a free pass. There needs to be serious punishment for blocking commerce and putting people's lives at risk. That's why I'm introducing the Safe and Open Streets Act. It's legislation that will make blocking roads and highways a federal crime. Lawbreakers will face up to 5 years in prison. We need this important legislation so that the lawbreakers who resort to these reckless tactics are held accountable under the full weight of the law.
What you preach, would you turn the other cheek? Father, help us with some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is love?
Terdiam dan menangis seakan takkan habis. Sorotan juga ras menampar hingga pun kritis ujung timur.
Thailand kemana? Cuma janji tapi tidak ditunjukkan. Lewat perbuatan kenyataan hanya menggoreskan.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and hear them crying. Father, help us with some guidance from above. People got me questioning, where is the love? No love, no love. Where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love? The love. Where is the love? The love.
some flowers in your hair. If you're going to San Francisco, be sure to wear.
Every day I'm fighting a battle in my mind.
I'm here to talk a little bit about the devastating impact of the failure of Republican leadership in Congress this week to pass comprehensive immigration change and the impact that will have on both city budgets and on services that we can provide for newcomers to the city. The second is we will start to have to greenlight a set of hard decisions about budget reductions across the city to meet those costs that we know will continue to arise. We want to talk about two of those today. While they're the first steps, they unfortunately will not be the last. They may not be the hardest. This is a plan for shared sacrifice. And so in terms of our first step on city cuts, we are announcing today we will make some changes both to our services at DMV and to our services on Parks and Rec. Thank you all so much for...
Now, people perhaps had never seen before can be seen to know what's possible. But the brilliance of this inaugural class and its leaders is the ability to see what can be, unburdened by what has been, and then to make it real. Because now, what people perhaps had never seen before.
Council says President Biden's got significant limitations on his memory. Then who is helping him run the country?
The President of the United States runs the country. The Commander-in-Chief runs the country.
How can he be trusted with the nuclear codes if I get that you're saying that nobody in the building would say that he's got an issue with his memory, but just the little part of what we get to see, he's made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake on camera this week.
So I want to be very clear here. The reality is that report, that part of the report is not reality. It just doesn't. It was gratuitous. You heard from Ian Sams, my colleague. It is unacceptable, and it does not live in reality. That is just the facts.
Narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turn my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. Like a shadow, and no one dead. I'm speaking, people hearing without listening. People writing silent voices. Like a shadow, and no one dead. Disturb the sound of silence. Disturb the sound of silence. Fools say now you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you. But my words can echo in the wells of silence.
Waking up now, well, babe, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, cue for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, Instigate and penetrate the values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight. Pulling out the seams of the languages they fabricate.
This puppet show stays on because of you fools. Way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone.
Joe's gotta go. Joe's gotta go. Joe's gotta go. I love it. I love it. Joe's gotta go, baby. He's gotta go. We speak for the truth. That's it, man. That's it.
Trump the Don, back at it again. This time in a country rap song. Shout out High Res. Stop sending billions to Ukraine. Put America first for a change. Biden's lies. And if you love the country, then we're on the safe side. I got left.
She lives in North Carolina, and she named the baby with Eric, named the baby Carolina. No discrimination. I said, is it girls or child? They said, it's both.
Next year, that's my house. FAFO, around and find out. Trump 2024, all the communists, they will cry now. No more fake news selling lies now. CNN stands for the Clinton News Network. I'm the only president to leave with a lower net worth. Biden took office.
He said they gonna sit in their rapists
I guess that
and all
means
of their
that I was
crime.
better than my successor.
They definitely do
I
that
only
right
ran for president because
They closed prisons
on
down
my mind.
and sent the people
To
here
make the country better than it's ever been.
to be
But you got Biden's
put in
lies.
different places strategically with cards and cell phones and housing. Right? He just everything that Trump was talking about. He said that they're gonna give them free health care and it's gonna collapse the system. He was right. They have to do everything that they can to prevent him from getting back in office by any means necessary. He will not go wrong and comply with their agenda, so he is a problem. At the end of the day, Trump was right. He's right about it all.
Was of a world class. Today, each of you begins a new chapter as well. When your story goes from here, it will be defined by your vision, your perseverance, and your grit. Never, ever give up. There'll be times in your life you'll want to quit, you'll want to go home. You'll want to go home perhaps to that wonderful mother that's sitting back there watching you and say, Mom, I can't do it. I can't do it. Just never quit. Go back home and tell Mom, Dad, I can do it. I can do it. I will do it. You're going to be successful. I've seen so many brilliant people. They gave up in life. They were totally brilliant. They were top of their class. They were the best students. They were the best of everything. They gave up. I've seen others who really didn't have that talent or that ability, and they're among the most successful people today in the world because they never quit and they never gave up. So just remember that. Never stop fighting for what you believe in and for the people who care about you. Carry yourself with dignity and pride. Demand the best from yourself and be totally unafraid to challenge entrenched interests and failed power structures. Does that sound familiar, by the way? The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself. Most importantly, you have to do what you love. You have to do what you love. I've seen so many people, they're forced through lots of reasons, sometimes including family, to go down a path that they don't want to go down, to go down a path that leads them to something that they don't love, that they don't enjoy. You have to do what you love, or you most likely won't be very successful at it. So do what you love.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip. Word upon your lip, lip. Rather that you rip, rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. hanging on to the visual. I wanna be invisible, looking at my years like a martyrdom. Everybody needs to be a part of them. Never be enough on the prodigal son. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse, pull me like a ripcord, break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, slip, word upon your lip, lip, rather that you rip, rip, break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes, 'cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes, 'cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes, yeah, take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes, 'cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do what it takes, but critical, egotistical. Don't wanna be the parenthetical, hypothetical, working onto something that I'm proud of. Out of the box, an epoxy to the world and the vision we've lost. I'm an apostrophe. I'm just a symbol to remind you that there's more to see. I'm just a product of the system of catastrophe, and yet a masterpiece, and yet I'm half diseased. And when I am deceased, at least I go down to the grave and die happily, and leave the body of my soul to be a part of me. I do what it takes.
The knockout. This is a come from behind knockout, the likes that we haven't seen in a long time. And you were looking for that big haymaker all night. You found it in the last minute of the fight. Talk us through this, Derek.
I forgot a few hours before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian out because they're making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin and what they talking about, USA and his whole.
Listen, Derek, you're one of the most entertaining guys in the sport. Congratulations on an amazing victory, and thank you very much for a really, really entertaining fight.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching this entire video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with what's going on in our country and around the world. Also, share with a friend, give us a like, and God bless you, and God bless these United States. So long until next time, right here on David Michael Woods Unfiltered.